Often, with the rise of health-related issues, everyone wants to point fingers and place blame on specific individuals. Through placing the burden on particular persons, some might feel they disassociate themselves from the issue and it is none of their concern. The issue with obesity is that this epidemic affects everyone, those who have the disease additional to those who do not. Obesity is a societal issue, from the distribution, availability, and marketing of products. While some might be more educated on this issue and privileged to greater access, these individuals are still affected regardless of if they're aware or not of such association. As previously mentioned, obesity and its related health concerns are costing billions in medical expenses. This money does not just appear from nowhere, and it's surely not being provided solely by those affected by obesity. Our tax dollars are continually being raised, altered, and directed to such expenses for healthcare. People must be aware that with the elimination of obesity comes the elimination of such costs and thus less tax dollars. It is from this understanding that we as a whole must realize that this is a concern for us all, and we must work together to create equality in terms of distribution and education to end this epidemic. Another important consideration in terms of ethics and whose interest is at stake within this epidemic is the realization that major food companies and brands are not in support or favor of our health. In recent decades, serving sizes have dramatically grown, the addition of numerous unnecessary and often foreign ingredients have been added to our foods, a surplus of unhealthy options have been provided to our availability, and often the distribution of junk food to health food is neither equal in distribution nor balanced. Most shocking of all, these companies intentionally act in such ways to guarantee their profits. These companies strategically study and execute food additions that will get consumers hooked and guarantee they come back. Through examination of such practices implemented by these big brands such as PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, and Nestle, etc., you'd be shocked to discover the tactics set forth in guaranteeing profit with little to no consideration for consumer health. Finally, it's important to also recognize the unequal distribution of goods and resources. Even when looking at a map showing the distribution of obesity within the United States, you see that some areas are much more affected than others. This often comes as a result of social and economic status, where color and the poor are disproportionately affected. This is where the issue of inequality comes through, where obesity disproportionately affects some regions and races more than others within particular areas. This is partially due to lack of education concerning nutrition and poor access to healthier options. In areas known as food deserts, where grocery stores and health food options are simply not available to individuals, it's no wonder these people face issues such as obesity and often have poor health. They do not even have access to the necessary components of a healthy life. It is from such realizations that I call obesity a societal issue and demand that efforts be made to not only educate, but provide fair and equal access of healthy options to all. Simply because some might have more money than others does not mean they are more deserving of good health and related access. Policies must be changed by not only our political leaders but as individuals of society so that the opportunity of good health is equal for all.